Day 27. Foncebadón to Molinaseca. The rule in our albergue last night was no one should be up and moving before 6. That's quite late for an albergue, and fortunately everyone in our room abided by the rule. It was 6:30 by the time the first people started moving, and the last of us didn't get up until a few minutes before 7. It was a great night of sleep. The pattern seems to be a few nights of mediocre sleep and then a good night of sleep. We had breakfast at the albergue, and then it was a 2-kilometer climb to Cruz de Ferro. It's an iron cross atop a weathered pole, and it has become a symbol of the Camino. It was quite emotional for many people once they reached it, sobbing and praying. You're supposed to bring a rock from home and leave it there as a symbol of leaving all the bad stuff behind. Then it was a slight descent and a final climb to 1,515 meters. Towards the top there was a pop-up bar, which was a welcome sight. If only the pop-up bar had a bathroom, but a snack and cold beverage will do just fine. Now the fun really began. A 500-meter descent in about 2.5 kilometers. We were so happy to see the town of Acebo, where we had an early lunch. Bocadillas are a big thing in Spain. It's a sandwich served on something like French bread with meat, mostly some sort of pork and cheese. The bread is crusty and chewy. We were happy to see the place that we stopped for lunch had sandwiches. They're typically served on the square bread. It was the best grilled ham and cheese sandwich. Then it was a gradual descent to Riego de Ambros and another steep descent into Molinaseca. We had tentatively planned on walking another 6 kilometers to Ponferrada, but we decided we were too tired and stayed in Molinaseca. Christy envies people who seem to be able to just float down the steep hills. Every step Christy takes hurts her knees, and since it's so rocky, you have to pay careful attention to where you're stepping. But at the end of the day, we made it down, so life is good. After getting settled into the albergue, which is a little house across the street from and owned by one of the hotels, we headed back to town for drinks and dinner with Joey and Wendy, Canadian ladies forever connected by the death of Al. Joey had been walking with Al for a few days before he died, and Wendy and Al started the Camino together. Their children are married to one another. Tomorrow we're planning for an early start to make up for the couple of short days we've had in the past 2 days. Buen Camino!